Hello friends, welcome to SahuStudies. In this video, I am going to discuss difference between reduce by key and aggregate by key in PySpark. So let's discuss about what is reduce by key. So reduce by key is a transformation function and it is a wider transformation. Wider transformation means it will going to shuffle the data across different executor over the network. It uses It is used to merge the value each key. It uses associative reduction function on PySpark RDD to merge the value of each key. It is a wider transformation, hence it shuffles the data across different partitions. It operates on pair RDD, that is key and value pair. It is very useful when there is a requirement to perform aggregate function on the values which are associated with the keys. One of the main advantages of reduce by key is that it reduces the amount of data that needs to be shuffled and stored in memory. One of the main disadvantages of reduce by key is that it requires the reduce function that is associative or cumulative, which may not be the case for all the aggregate functions. Let's understand the reduce by key with the help of this pictorial representation. Suppose this is the three different partitions which are present in three different executor. This is the data point which is present in this executor, and the data point is in the form of pair RDD, that is in the form of key and value. So aggregate process is going to apply on each and every partition individually. You can able to figure out from here also. So suppose the aggregation we are assuming here is sum. So this the value is getting aggregated for each key. So this is the key and this is the value, this is the key and this is the value. Here this is the key, this is the value, this is the key, this is the value, because here there are two data points for the key A and here there are two data points for the key B, and when the aggregate function is operates on this partition, so it's become the resultant data set become like this. This is the key and this is the aggregated value of this key. Same is here. There are three data points for A. Aggregation function is applied over this partition and the data is become like this. Means the data is aggregated based on the key. So here is the sum aggregation. That's why A is the key and the sum aggregation for A in this partition is 3. Same goes for B. Once the data is aggregated on each and every partition, then shuffling process happens. And in the shuffling process, data is shuffled across different partition over the network. So it is creating two different partition. One is for key A and one is for key B. This data is coming from here. This A2 data is coming from here and this A3 data is coming from here. Same with B. This data is coming from here. This data is coming from here and this data is coming from here. Once the data shuffled in different partition, again the aggregate function is going to operates in each and every partition. So here what is the aggregate function? The aggregate function is sum. That's why for there is a one value it creates as an output. So how reduce function will going to work? It will going to add the values of each key. So this is the key and this is the value. Same is here. This is the key and this is the value. In this partition also aggregate function is going to apply. So we have seen that first, whenever we are going to use reduce by key, first it do the reducing, or we can say first it apply the aggregation function locally. Locally means at each partition level, and when and after that shuffling happens, data is moving to different partition. Again the data moves into different partition, and then the aggregation process going to take place again and gives the final output. Let's talk about some aggregate by key. Aggregate by key is a fundamental transformation function. It is optimized and broader transformation. It is helpful if there is a requirement of aggregation and input and output RDD are different. It supports aggregation such as min, max, average, sum, count, and many more. It aggregates values of each key using combine function and a neutral zero value and return different type of value for that key. It is used when you need to perform both per key aggregation and change the value type during the aggregation process. It takes two functions as an argument, sequence function and combine function. The aggregate by key operation allows you to aggregate the values of each key while also maintaining an aggregated value type different from the original value type. So let's understand the aggregate by key with the help of this pictorial representation. So suppose this is the three different partition which is present in three different executor. This sequence operation will going to take place on each and every partition, and it is merging the value of the partition. And after the merging, the value would be look like this: IT, their value, IT and their value. IT is what? IT is the key. Management and its value, marketing and its value, finance and operation. So there's a two value you can see, because in this partition there are two data points present for this IT key, and here it's merging the value per key, so IT and its corresponding value. Same is happening here and same is happening here. Once the data is getting merged, then this merge from different partition is going to take place, and here the shuffling is also going to take place. And when the shuffling is happening, it creates a different partition. We can see this IT is the key and this is the sets of value. So two data points coming from this partition, these two data points are coming from this partition, and these two data points are coming from this partition. And you can figure it out that there is a one record only in the form of key and the value. Key is IT and the value are whatever the data value which is present in a different executor. Same is for management, same is for marketing, same is for finance, and same is for operations. So what is the difference? Let's talk about the aggregate by key. It allows custom aggregation logic. It maintains the aggregated values of different types. It does partial aggregation because shuffling, and also reduces the data before shuffling. It provides more flexibility in defining custom aggregation function. It controls the memory and performance with the help of an aggregation function. Let's talk about reduce by key. It is more suitable for cumulative and associative reduction operation on the values. It performs the logical operation on each partition before shuffling. It requires less memory. It has limited flexibility because it has fixed reduction function. Provides better performance due to the local aggregation. So in this video, we have seen what is the difference between reduce by key and aggregate by key. Thank you. If you like content of my video, then please subscribe my channel, like it, comment on it, and press the bell icon to get notification whenever I add videos.